Namaste, yogis. Today we are talking about shutting down. And this can happen within yourself for a lot of reasons. Maybe even back in the day when you were a really young girl like myself and you said something or you expressed yourself or you sang out loud or you did something, danced in the rain, and someone told you that it wasn't good. Someone told you to be quiet. Someone told you were too loud. Someone told you were too fill in the blank. And what you may have done back in the day, like I did, was shut down. It closed off parts of yourself in an effort to not be too fill in the blank, not be too loud, too extra, too crazy, too wild, too whatever it is, and to be more ladylike, more calm, more fill in the blank, more perfect, more of what people wanted you to be. And so if you notice now that that's coming back into your life, it's affecting the way you show up. It's affecting the way you talk about yoga. It's affecting the way you talk to your students, the way you talk to your family, the way you promote yourself on Instagram, on YouTube, on all of the social platforms, because you don't want to be too fill in the blank. And what's really sad about that, I'm just going to talk about the importance of it. What's really sad is that when you shut down, now there's like so many people that are never going to get to hear your message. So many people that you met in a time where you just sharing your message could have shifted everything, shifted their perspective, their outlook on life. They could have made some major choices in their relationships, maybe save their marriage, maybe save their own life. But because you were afraid of being pleased by or being liked by everyone, you chose not to show up. And I'm here to tell you, yoga teacher, do not do that. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You have to get past that discomfort. You have to go past what you felt in your childhood, those blockages that you gained in your childhood. This is the time, like, there's this meme that says, like, why is it so hard? I'm breaking all the generational curses. That's you. You're breaking that shit. And so in order to break the generational curses, because your family didn't intentionally shut your voice down to try to make you less of an amazing person. Your parents didn't tell you, oh, be a little quieter. They were speaking from their fears. They were speaking from their conditioning. So it's not their fault that they gave you that, what they thought at the time was wisdom, and you took it and you're like, oh, well, now I'm not gonna, I don't know if I should teach yoga. Maybe I should just stay in this safe job, even though I don't feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose. Even though I hate waking up in the morning and doing the things that aren't making a difference in the world. What I'm telling you is that you have the power to create the shift. So sometimes all it takes is thinking back. When was the first time I can remember from my childhood? When was the first time that someone told me I was too extra, I was too loud, or I was too colorful, or I was too wild? Think back of when you can remember when somebody told you to sit down. Everybody's looking at you. Don't let them stare. Or don't be entertaining to random people in public. For me, that was when I was real young. I was maybe not yay high, but I was like about maybe that high. And I remember that day, it was maybe not yesterday, but I remember it very clearly. And I had on this really cute dress. We were at like a grocery store or something. I was with my sister and my grandmother, and she's lovely. She's also a traditional grandmother. So there's a lot of things that I had to break through when I went along my my healing journey. Okay, so I'm like, oh, and there's a music playing in the store. So I'm like dancing. My skirt was like moving. I'm just like twirling around. And I started singing real loud. I do not remember the song. I just remember it to the top of my lungs. I'm like, la, 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 da, 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 da. Like dancing. And I see people like looking in the stores, and then they're like smiling. So I'm like, oh yeah, like this is the whole thing. I'm going more. And I'm dancing. And she's like, girl, stop that. They're staring at you. And I was like, because of her tone, because of her direction, and the way that she responded, like, oh no, everyone's staring at me. This could potentially be dangerous. Maybe back in her day, you know, it was a bad thing to stick out as a black person. You wanted to blend in. And so I was like, ugh. And so I immediately felt like I'd done something wrong. And so I shut down. I didn't sing anymore. I didn't dance anymore. And, you know, over the years, I may have dabbled in some other things. I always felt like it started to feel like stage fright. Whenever I was, you know, performing and doing all those things, I remember her telling me, don't let them stare. Be quiet. You're too loud. You're too wild. You got to be a good little girl. And I just felt all the way into my adult years, I was trying to be a good little girl when I really just wanted to express myself. I really just wanted to sing on top of my lungs and didn't care who heard. But think about if you yelled to the top of your lungs how awesome yoga was, or how yoga changed your life, or how it took you out of a toxic relationship with yourself, or how it helped you to heal your autoimmune like it did for me. Think about how many people you could help. Even people you might not ever meet them. They might just see something online and they're like, wait, maybe there's something to this yoga thing. So what I'm telling you is that it's time for you to bring your yoga practice into the way you show up online. If you notice you're resisting, you're like, oh man, I was gonna create this video, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Why? What is that thought? Is it saying that, well, you know, my hair doesn't look awesome enough. My hair is not combed. My hair ain't combed. They're like, oh, well, what am my lips? My lips are too chapped. I'm a little dehydrated. Well, what if, like, fill in the blank, there's always a possible excuse. So what are you gonna do? Are you just going to be okay with staying where you are? Are you okay with not impacting their lives? Why are you even a yoga teacher? Do you really want to share the practice? Do you really want people to know about it? Or are you making it about you? I can't do it because of me. But that person that may not make it through the holidays, that person that may not make it through whatever they're going through because they don't know about yoga, they don't know about connecting to themselves. They don't know how to take a deep breath. That's the people. If you need some motivation, think about them. Like even today, I was like, you know, I got so much going on. I'm like, no, somebody that you're going to impact needed me to make this video. It wasn't even about you. I mean, you are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I love the yoga teachers. But somebody who you're going to impact needs this video. And with that being said, if this stood out to you, if this like helped you to identify some things that you're working on, put it in the chat, the comments, whatever. And maybe, you know, there are other people that will see you making a choice right now to create a shift and create a change in the way you show up, and they'll be inspired. Maybe it needs more than me, because it's not about me. I mean, I'm cool and everything, but maybe they need to see other people doing it too. So put that in the comments, like, wow, I remember this time and I'm gonna start doing XYZ. Whatever it is for you. I want to see that. I love to read the comments, y'all. And like, I'm just getting into the YouTube space, as you can see. So this is really cool for me to see how y'all respond and what y'all need and what y'all want. All right. So I am going to see you in the next video. And remember, put this stuff in the chat. My name's Alicia, and you know the mission: world peace through inner peace. Namaste, y'all.